Have you ever thought your cluttered room could be mistaken for a modern art installation? If so, you're not alone. Our homes, our workspaces, even our cars can sometimes feel like a never-ending exhibit of abstract expressionism, where the dominant theme is chaos. Picture this. Your desk is a battleground of paper towers and stationary soldiers, your closet is a jungle of mismatched socks, and your kitchen counter is a museum of forgotten coffee mugs. You're living in a real-life jigsaw puzzle, where the pieces are your belongings, and they never seem to fit together. Isn't it funny how our stuff can start to feel like demanding house guests? The kind who overstay their welcome and always seem to be in the way. The kind that makes you trip over a shoe in the dark or lose your keys in the abyss of your overflowing drawer. The kind that makes finding your favorite pen feel like a treasure hunt, but without the fun and the treasure. And let's not forget our digital clutter. Emails piling up like a modern version of a paper avalanche. Notifications popping up left and right, stealing our attention like a persistent toddler. Even our virtual spaces can feel crowded and chaotic, making our screens feel less like gateways to information and more like portals to Stress Town. But it's not just about the physical mess or digital disarray. The stress, the overwhelm, the constant feeling of being buried under a mountain of stuff. It's like your brain is trying to juggle 100 balls at once, and guess what? It's not a professional juggler. So if you're tired of losing your keys, your sanity, and possibly your pet in the chaos, stay tuned, because sometimes less is more. And in the world of minimalism, what if I told you the secret to a peaceful home and mind isn't a magic wand but a trash bag? Yes, you heard it right. It's not about waving a wand, shouting abracadabra, and hoping your clutter magically disappears. It's about the magic of minimalism. The word might conjure images of stark white walls and a single chair in an empty room, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a lifestyle, a mindset, and a paradigm shift that can bring about a sea change in your life. Imagine walking into a room where everything has its place. There's no clutter, no chaos, just a calm, serene environment that invites peace and tranquility. That's the magic of minimalism. It's about having less but enjoying more. It's about letting go of the things that don't serve you and making room for the things that truly matter. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. It's about freeing yourself from the shackles of stuff, from the tyranny of clutter, from the endless cycle of buying, storing, and discarding. It's about embracing simplicity, cherishing quality over quantity, and realizing that less can indeed be more. It's about looking at that trash bag not with dread, but with anticipation. Each item you discard is not a loss, but a gain. You're not losing things. You're gaining space, freedom, and peace of mind. By adopting a minimalist lifestyle, you're not just decluttering your home, you're also decluttering your mind. You're reducing stress, increasing focus, and enhancing your overall well-being. You're creating an environment that fosters creativity, productivity, and tranquility. And the best part? Minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's a journey, a process, and a practice that you can tailor to fit your unique needs, preferences, and lifestyle. And no, you won't have to live with just a chair and a lamp, although I must admit, cleaning would be a breeze. So, are you ready to embrace the magic of minimalism? Before we jump into the rules of minimalism, let's take a moment to connect. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Your likes help us to keep creating content that helps you simplify your life. Do you have any decluttering tips or minimalist living experiences you'd like to share? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and join our growing community of clutter-free warriors. If you're new here and you're finding the content valuable, hit subscribe. This way, you won't miss our future videos and you'll keep the clutter-free vibes going. And guess what? We have a special gift for you. We've prepared a free Simplify Your Home ebook. This step-by-step guide will walk you through the process of decluttering your home and embracing a minimalist lifestyle. You'll find the link in the video description. Grab your copy today and embark on a journey towards a clutter-free life. Now let's dive into the 10 golden rules of minimalism. Now you must be thinking, but how do I start? Well, fear not, because I have the 10 commandments of minimalism for you. The first rule is to identify what is necessary. It's time to play detective in your own home. Those 4 sets of measuring spoons? Unnecessary. That dusty treadmill you swore you'd use? Let's be honest, it's more of a clothes rack now. The second rule is the one in, one out rule. If you're bringing something new into your home, something old should leave. This rule also applies to your exes, but that's a topic for another video. Rule number 3 is to declutter regularly. Keep in mind that decluttering isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle, like brushing your teeth or regretting your choices after a late-night online shopping spree. It's something you should be doing consistently. The fourth rule is to avoid impulse buys. Just because that neon flamingo lamp is on sale doesn't mean you need it in your life. Trust me on this one. The fifth rule is to value quality over quantity. Sure, you could have 5 mediocre pairs of shoes that fall apart within a year, or you could have one great pair that lasts for 5. Rule number 6 is to digitize where possible. Those piles of paperwork, old photos, and CDs can all live happily in the digital realm. And no, this does not mean you should start a vinyl collection to replace your CDs. The 7th rule is to limit sentimental items. Yes, it's tough to let go of that macaroni artwork your kid made in kindergarten, but you don't need to keep every single piece. A few select items that truly mean something to you are all you need. Rule number 8 is to use multi-purpose items. That ottoman that doubles as a storage box? Perfect. That juicer that you only use when you're on a health kick? Not so much. The 9th rule is to create designated spaces. Every item in your home should have its own home. If it doesn't, it's time to question whether it belongs there in the first place. And finally, rule number 10 is to embrace empty space. Not every corner of your home needs to be filled. Sometimes, a little breathing room is all you need. So, if you're ready to swap your case... Now I know what you're thinking, but what happens after I've decluttered? Do I just sit and admire my empty space? Well, sit tight because we're about to dive into the aftermath of minimalism. Let's start with a common misconception. The idea that after decluttering, your room will echo like a cavernous cave. But guess what? It won't. I kid you not. The echo is just a myth, a tall tale spun by clutter enthusiasts. You see, minimalism isn't about creating an echo chamber. It's about creating a space that breathes, a space that allows you to focus on what's truly important and not on the mountain of laundry you've been avoiding. Next, we have the fear of colors. Some people think that becoming a minimalist means you suddenly develop an aversion to anything that isn't white, black, or gray. But let me tell you, minimalism isn't a black and white movie from the 40s. It's a Technicolor dream, where the colors you choose to incorporate aren't distractions but enhancements to your living space. So, go ahead, add that pop of color. Just remember, moderation is key. And then, there's the worry that your home will feel cold and uninviting. But let's debunk that myth right now. Minimalism isn't about stripping away warmth and personality. It's about making room for more meaningful interactions, more heartfelt laughter, and more shared memories. When you remove the clutter and distractions, you're not left with emptiness. You're left with possibilities. You're left with a canvas to paint your life's masterpiece. So there you have it. Minimalism isn't about empty spaces, but about making space for what truly matters. And remember, it's a journey, not a destination. You don't have to get it perfect on the first try. It's all about progress, not perfection. So take the first step, embrace the aftermath, and start living a life that's truly yours. All right, we've busted some myths, we've embraced the aftermath, and we've started on our journey towards minimalism. Now let's talk about the power of minimalism. This isn't just about decluttering your physical space, it's about decluttering your mind, your schedule, and your life. Think about it, when you're not spending time cleaning, organizing, or looking for that one thing you misplaced, you're freeing up time for what truly matters. Whether that's spending time with loved ones, picking up a new hobby, or simply taking a moment to breathe and relax. Minimalism is about more than just aesthetics. It's about freeing up your time, your money, and your energy for the things that truly bring you joy. It's about making conscious decisions about what you bring into your life and what you choose to let go. It's about living intentionally and authentically. So, are you ready to unleash the power of minimalism? I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. Don't forget to subscribe to the SmartLife Solutions channel and grab your free Simplify Your Home ebook in the video description for more tips and tricks on living a clutter-free life. Check out the links to all the cleaning products we've mentioned in the video description, and remember, we're here to turn chaos into calm, one room at a time. Until next time, happy decluttering.